Nachomane. That nigga Hardcore Holly was like a sacrifice for the legacy to come together. After Cody Rhodes turned on that nigga, he just faded away. He was with the company for like 15 years or something like that. That shit crazy. Hey, but this video ain't about Hardcore Holly. It's about the worst two fucking members that were in Legacy. Hey, let me just break down the start of Legacy for y'all niggas real quick. A week before Unforgiven, an injured Randy Orton makes his entrance. That nigga injured his shoulder 2 times in a row. The first time was against Triple H. The second time he was riding on his motorcycle. That nigga got bad luck or something. He cuts a promo shitting on the current Raw brand champions. He starts talking shit about Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. He making fun of them niggas for letting Crime Time steal their titles. He say instead of y'all name being priceless, y'all name should be worthless. He low-key ain't lying though, because a few weeks earlier, JTD just ran off with they shit and they ain't do nothing about it. Then right after, they got their ass whipped by fucking John Cena. He also says, if a couple of thugs stole my title, I will hunt them down. Then after that, CM Punk interrupts his promo and shit. Later on in the episode, Priceless confront Randy Orton about what he said about them earlier. Randy Orton asked that nigga Cody, do you remember how I slapped your dad? As soon as he says yes, that nigga Randy slapped that nigga. Then they told both of their ass they need to go some balls. They just stood right there. They ain't do shit. They scared of a nigga with one arm. Them niggas really is worthless. We still on the same episode. Crime Time come out with the stolen titles. They about to face Miz and Morrison. Them niggas started brawling on the outside of the ring. Prices come out and jump them niggas from behind. Miz and Morrison just walk backstage. They don't give no fuck. I guess them niggas took Randy Orton's advice and grew some balls. They just canceled the whole fucking tag team match. Alright, so now we at 2008 Unforgiven. It's Prices versus Crime Time for the tag team belts. This match right here was pretty decent, I ain't gonna lie. Nice little 10-minute match with some cool spots in it. Priceless ended up winning the match with a roll-up. After the match ends, Priceless tried to flex on them niggas, but then Crime Time started beating their ass. Then this big afro having ass nigga come out to the ring. That nigga beat up Crime Time all by himself. The crowd confused as hell. They like, who the fuck is this nigga? I would've been thinking the same shit watching this shit live, boy. They go back to the locker room. These niggas just chilling and celebrating and shit. Then Randy Orton walks up to him. Priceless tried to brag about winning a match, and then they introduce the afro nigga as Manu, the son of WWE legend Alpha of the Wild Samoans. They got this nigga Manu talking. They should've made this nigga a mute. These niggas out here working for Randy Orton's respect. Randy don't give a fuck about none of the shit they just said. He start roasting them niggas and say they got lucky winning that match. After he leave, they all look disappointed and shit. These niggas look goofy as hell. Later that night, CM Punk doing an interview. Then Randy Orton interrupts him and starts talking shit to him. Then out of nowhere, Manu and them start beating up CM Punk ass. Kofi tried to help that nigga, but he got his ass beat too. While CM Punk was on the ground, Randy Orton Punk kicked that nigga. He knocked that nigga out. Randy started screaming. He went like, now that's impressive. Now CM Punk can't wrestle in this match tonight. And that nigga lost the belt too. Next episode, Randy Orton comes out and starts talking shit about CM Punk and Chris Jericho. Cody, Ted, and Manu interrupt this promo. They theme song low-key boring. They talking about they want credit from Randy for helping him take out CM Punk. Then Manu ass went like, you're not the only one whose dad is a Hall of Famer. Ain't nobody asked that shit. He don't really fit in this group. Then Ted starts talking. Before he can even say anything for real, Randy Orton slapped that nigga. Randy be making these dudes look goofy as hell every fucking week. Right after, they have a 6-man tag match against Crime Time and Kofi Kingston. This match was okay. It felt like a 10-minute match, but it was only like 4 minutes. Manu beat that nigga Shad with a back suplex neckbreaker. I wonder where the fuck they going with this feud. Never mind, y'all. They don't really do shit until Randy Orton is healthy again. Them niggas even lost the tag titles of CM Punk and Kofi. November 3rd, Randy Orton finally comes back. He going up against CM Punk. He was about to RKO that nigga, but then Ted DiBiase gets in the ring and clotheslines him. The match ends in a DQ. His ass dumb as hell. Nigga got hit with a punt kick. Now he off TV. He went to go film this movie called Marine 3. You ever just look at a movie and you could tell it's just ass? That's how I feel about this movie right here. Backstage, Cody and Manu yelling at Randy Orton and shit. Randy starts gaslighting him and bitching him at the same damn time. Them niggas still don't do shit, and then he just walks off. Next week, they basically have the same conversation, but instead, they're in the locker room. But this time, Cody Rhodes slaps that nigga Randy Orton. He finally does something. After like how many weeks, I don't even fucking know. Manu starts holding back Randy and shit. They just start breathing hard and shit. Then Randy just walks away. Randy about to go one-on-one against Batista, but then Cody Rhodes and Manu come out. Cody Rhodes grabs a mic and he says that Randy can't beat him and he can't beat Batista either. He's saying straight up bullshit right now. Now the match changed to Cody versus Batista. That shit lasted only like 3 minutes. Right after, Batista speared the fuck out that nigga Manu. Batista tried to go up to Randy, but then he just walks away. Shit, I would've walked away too. Next week, Manu faces Batista. Can you guess who won this match? Manu kinda reminds me of Solo Sikoa, but I think that Solo better than this nigga though. Right after the match, Batista yapping about Survivor Series. Team Orton versus Team Batista. We had Survivor Series, but I'ma zoom through this shit. This Survivor Series team looks like they they fucking press random 5 times in the WWE game. Cody and Randy already beefing before the match even fucking starts. At the end of the match, Randy tags himself in, hits the RKO on Batista, and wins the match for his team. Okay, so now a few weeks later, Cody and Manu lost against CM Punk and Kofi. What a fucking surprise that is. Randy was watching a match on his little ass TV. Manu and Cody run into Randy backstage. Randy says he sees potential in them and shit now ever since Survivor Series. He tells them if they're interested in teaming up, just let them know. At the very end of the episode, Cody, Manu, Jericho start jumping John Cena. Then they need 3 niggas to jump on this nigga. Randy come out of nowhere and he start beating up John Cena's ass too. This shit made these dudes look weak as hell. The very next week, the Slammy Awards are happening tonight. Randy comes out and cuts the promo. He starts complaining and shit because he ain't win no award. Then he challenges Triple H and Batista in a 2-on-3 handicap match. Then after that, he says the legacy is born. Okay, so later on in the night, they have the handicap match. This is the first time these niggas actually teaming up. This match was alright. They was doing a lot of rest holds in this shit though. At the very end, Cody saves Randy Orton from a Batista bomb. Then Randy Orton hits the RKO on Batista again and gets the win. Next week, Rey Mysterio does his entrance. Deuce is already in the ring. He grabs the mic and basically says that Jimmy Snuka is his dad and he wants to be called Sim Snuka now. Cody and Manu watching this nigga from the ringside. I don't know why they want to watch this nigga for. The Snuka's attire look like he just chilling at home or some shit. Rey Mysterio bumps into Cody. Then Cody and Manu start beating his ass. Then fucking Mike Knox comes out of nowhere and starts whooping his ass too. He hit that nigga with his finisher. What the fuck was even going on with WWE at this time? Whatever happened to Mike Knox? Randy doing an interview, then Batista walks up on his ass. Batista starts talking to Randy, but then Randy slaps him and runs away. Why that nigga be slapping niggas and running away after? Randy runs out to the stage, then Legacy jumps Batista. John Cena runs out, and then he saves Batista. Later on tonight, they're gonna have a 2-on-3 handicap match against John Cena and Batista. Randy talking to Manu and Cody backstage. He told their ass if they lose one more time, he kicking their ass out of Legacy. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really care for this match right here. This shit was long as hell. I know it's a main event, but this shit long as hell, nigga. At the end of the match, Randy Orton gets DQ'd by the ref on some dumb shit. Randy Orton punt kicks Batista. After that, Legacy and John Cena just staring at each other. Then they just walk away. They done fucking wrote Batista off TV. Manu goes up against Kofi Kingston. That nigga Kofi beat him with a crucifix pin. He didn't even get beat with a finisher, bruh. Sim Snuka trying to get in Legacy. He talking about, I am the son of WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Snuka. Manu trying to talk to Randy Orton, but he won't talk to his ass. Randy Orton talking backstage. He talking about Legacy will be bigger than the 4 Horsemen, DX, and Evolution. That nigga lying his ass off, boy. If any of them lose a match tonight, they getting their ass kicked out the group. Sim Snuka faced Charlie Snuka, and he beat that nigga. Manu going up against Matt Hardy. Why he over here? He ECW nigga. Manu did a middle rope moonsault. That's like the coolest thing I ever seen him do this whole time. This match is so fucking boring and slow, bruh. He was the only nigga to lose his match tonight. Next week, Randy puts Cody and Snuka through another test. Manu walks up to Randy. Then that nigga Randy say he got kicked out the group. Randy being a hypocrite because that nigga lost his match too last night. Randy Orton told his ass, my dad's a better Hall of Famer than your dad. I don't want to ever see your face again. He just let him say all that shit to him right in his face. Me personally, bro, I wouldn't let that shit slide. Cody and Snuka go up against Crime Time in a tag team match. I guess Cody Rhodes started using the crossroads as a finisher during this time. After they win the match, Randy tells Snuka that he's out of Legacy because he wasn't the one that got the pin. That shit low-key dumb as hell, but oh well. He ain't fit the group anyways. Snuka and Manu plan to take down Randy Orton, and they try to get Cody Rhodes to help him out. They also tell him that they have backup. I wonder who could it be? Manu and Snuka come out after Randy beats Kane in a one-on-one match. Ted DiBiase returns after making that trash-ass movie. Them niggas start heading out to the ring to jump Randy Orton. At the last second, they start beating up Manu and Sim Snuka. Them niggas dumb as hell. Who the hell would want to team up with their ass anyways? This like the final appearance of Manu and WWE. I never really took the time to look at Legacy, but this shit is crazy. It took 3 niggas to get sacrificed for Legacy to come together. Hardcore Holly, Manu, and Sim Snuka. Snuka ain't get fired till like later though. For some reason, they made him a cameraman, and his job was to catch Undertaker, but he dropped him on his head. If I had to choose who was better, Manu or Sim Snuka, I would choose Manu. Every time I think of Snuka, I just think of Paul London and Brian Kendrick just shitting on him. They said in an interview he like one of the worst wrestlers ever. That shit funny as hell, but anyways, if you forward the video, hit that subscribe button. I got some WWE 2K24 content coming out soon, so if you like that, be sure to check it out, and then I got some more videos like this coming out soon. Nachomane out.